Greece versus Rome was a first-year seminar where the students curated an exhibition to display or lay out two debates. One was, did ancient Greece or did ancient Rome have a greater influence on modern civilization? And another debate between these two art historians in the 18th century, Winkelmann and Piranesi.
What is the true source of Western civilization? Is it ancient Rome, or is it maybe ancient Greece? And are the Romans not more than imitators, or worse, debasers of the purity of Greek art?
You always hear about art exhibits, but what about art history exhibits? You have two entirely different chronologies going on at the same time, because you have, the ancient times when these buildings were actually being built, when the architecture was being done, antiquity. And then you have the art debate, and you have the chronologies of when the figures in the debate were being born. So I had really no idea how we were going to pull it off.
How are we going to put a debate in an exhibition so that visitors can learn about that debate and appreciate the arguments of the different sides?
So the ultimate challenge for our exhibition was, how do we make this an exhibition that we would want to look at? And we really needed to figure out how we could make this an exciting exhibition and make sure that the flow was correct and that we really got our point across to our audience.
So what we ended up doing was just really fleshing out the figures involved and seeing, kind of the humanity behind the story.
So whenever we began to gather materials for our exhibition, Professor Brooke had a bunch of Roman prints that he owned personally for us to display. And I remember him sharing about the year before when he was planning the seminar. And he found these books online, these extremely rare books that were originals from the 18th century by Stewart and Revitt, Antiquities of Athens, and he went to the special collections in the library and wanted to buy them. But it turns out that Middlebury actually owned these books, original manuscripts from the 18th century.
As far as the debate goes, what these volumes of this work, 4-volume work, is considered the classic source for documenting the origins of Greek architecture, and that was used to argue its superiority to Roman architecture in that great debate. So, it's extraordinary, the range of documentation. It's not just images of the buildings themselves, but it's the geometric concepts behind them.
That really was, I think, kind of the spark for the class was when Professor Brooke realized that we had the Antiquities of Athens, and this was something that we could really do and pull off well.
And then we were about halfway through the seminar when Professor Brooke told us that Middlebury acquired this barn, and in this barn was this extremely rare print of a Roman column.
That was the most ridiculous part, was we just had, the column of Marcus Aurelius, and then the other column that was found in a barn in Vermont. And it happens to be found the same fall that we're actually doing the exhibit. Like, you've got to be kidding me.
So we went away for Christmas break, and when we came back, it was all done. It was up. It was beautifully done. The colors complemented each other so well, and the wood that framed the prints was beautiful and natural, and everything just looked great. And all the students' names were listed on the welcoming wall. It really just showed that we were all part of the process, and we were all the curators. It was awesome.
That was really the defining piece of our class, was that we did something that was professional, and we could look at and say, we did that, our names are on the wall, we're proud.